Social Justice Goblin, welcome to the backyard! In our low fidelity, low video quality videos. So normally I'd be smoking in my videos, but I just got back from the cigar lounge. I didn't finish my cigar. I'm taking a little break from smoking for a little bit today. You know, I tend to smoke in a little wave and then wait 2 or 3 hours and then smoke again. So, but I had to make a serious video because there was a life-changing event for me. Well, there is a life-changing event, and I'm not sure where I'm going to go. So, I'm done with wrestling. So, I left wrestling to focus on football. And with my new work schedule, it's just wrestling really, I could only do it on Fridays. Because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Because of my work schedule, I work nights. I'm switching back to a more day-night morning schedule where I get up early in the morning and work early in the morning. And I had to tell the owner of APW that, hey, look, here's the deal. Whenever I try to achieve a dream, work comes in between my dream, and that's the reality. Because I get paid a lot of money, and I make 6 figures. So you gotta understand, wrestling's my dream. I want to ref full time, but I make more in my current job than I would as a ref. Just fact of life. You can't really live off $50 a show. Or $100 a show. Let's say you get your transportation plus $100 a show. Or $200 a show. Wow. $200 a show for a ref? Really? Man, that must be one amazing ref. But yeah. You get 2, maybe 3 shows a week. That's $600 a week at 200, and that means you're top of your game. So I had to make a choice: work and live a nice life, or dedicate my life to wrestling and slowly learn to live in absolute poverty. And I chose work. It's the fact of life. So I texted him, but I could still do Fridays, so I was like, hey, I can do Fridays! I have horrible teeth, by the way. Yeah. And I said I could do Fridays, and he texted me back, and he's like, I got 4 refs. Have no need for you. Sorry. Get in touch with me later. Wrestling's over. I didn't get back into the wrestling school. I can't meet the compromise that could let me do wrestling. But it's over for me. And it's kind of sombering. But I say it's over, but I made a promise to Thunder Rosa that I would support her Mission Pro shows no matter what. And I've kept that promise, not very well. I missed the last show because of football, and I was really mad because I really would have rather been at Mission Pro than not playing in an entire football game. I mean, last game I didn't play either, but if someone had gotten injured, I would have had to play. So I was there just in case. I was a body. I'm not really that good at football. I'm not very athletic. I mean, I get my left and my right confused. I'm like, oh, no. O-line is a brains position because you've got to think, you got to pick your target, and then you got to stay with your target, and you got to know which way to move your target. And it's a lot of effing work. I like defense better, man. Just charge. That's what a nose guard does. Just charge. Ah! Yes, I love football. Like I said, but I'm not done with wrestling. No. I still have Mission Pro because I have that promise to keep. Will it lead to reffing? I don't know. Well, will it lead into the future in wrestling? I don't know. I know I've made one great friend out of wrestling. My friend Evelyn in Seattle. Love you, babe. Jamie Smalls, I think. I don't know her that way, so sorry. I'm trying to remember your stage name, but she's a top premier ref in Seattle and Washington State. And we're going to do a show together one of these days. So I know that I'm going to have another ref moment in my life because I'm going to definitely ref with Evelyn. We've kind of grown fond of one another and become really good friends. We chat almost every day on Facebook. And that's what wrestling has given me. Friends. My health. And a better well-beingness of my mindset. It helped me play football and overcome it and not be afraid and suck really bad. It's not that I am bad, it's just I'm slow. And I'm trying to get faster. I am getting faster and faster. I need to practice in the off season if I'm going to continue football. I'm not sure how to get faster. I mean, part of it is just my reaction time is just, add nerves on top of that, and it's just, ugh. The frustrations of trying to break a barrier that you got to break, and the work you have to put in to break that barrier, and it's so frustrating. But when you break that barrier, it's an amazing thing. So I might stick with football. But I'm going to stick with my promise and stay with Mission Pro and help out however they need me. I don't care. I just come and show up and say, what do you need help with? And they go, here, do this. Or if I see something going on where there's an activity like the ring being set up, I go walk over and start helping set up the ring, Standard, just work the show. That's all I'm doing. And I'm fine with that. That's enough of my connection to wrestling. Because I'm not really watching wrestling either. Yeah, I watch the highlights now. I didn't get Double or Nothing. I was like, there was no match that made me want to go, oh yes, the Stampede match kind of had me interested, but I was like, but the Stampede, the first one was so classic, I'm like, you can't top the first. So it was just basically a brawl for all from what it looked like. And it would have been nice to see live crowds, but I saw WrestleMania and I saw live crowds with WrestleMania. WWE already gave me that. And there have been live crowds at AEW for a while now. It was like the crowds never left AEW. But AEW crowds are insane. So yeah. I have a tough barrier to break, and I don't know if I can break it. It's age. I'm slowing down. But so I'm not done with wrestling, but I'm done with wrestling. Will I referee in the future? Most likely, yes. Will it be awesome? We'll see. And who knows? Wrestling could return to my life at any point, too. I still have my book to publish that I wrote. So yes, I wrote a book about my year in wrestling. It's right now being edited and should be released around December. It's a collection of poetry that I wrote about how I felt with wrestling. It has a lot of raw emotion. Not as good as going to be my third book. My third book, you can see the pedestrianness in my first book. Second book, you can see the style coming and kind of that raw passion and that raw energy. And in the third one, you really can see the raw energy in this one because it's more personal. I'm writing about being trans and what I struggle with as a trans person. I'm capturing a year in my life and doing a year in the life of a trans woman. And that might be my focus because that's the life event. I have now been physically active for a year and a half. Thanks to wrestling, I cured my diabetes. Yes, wrestling was that good to me. I will forever be grateful to AAPW for curing my diabetes. No matter what negative stuff happened there, it's all water under the bridge because who cares? And I grew from it. And I didn't suffer some permanent injuries, even though I am injury prone as hell in wrestling. I just kind of awkwardly fall through it. I land where I land. I'm like, ow, it hurts. Can't break a bone. I have this muscle disorder that basically my muscles are bound differently to my joints. So they have a different reaction time than other muscles. But when I react, I can react in the same pattern. And I gotta overcome that in football. It's what's slowing me down in football and age. But in return for having this muscle disorder, you can't break a bone. At least that's what I was told when I was in 7th grade. I was like, really? I can't break a bone? Explains why I have taken falls that would make most people go, oh my God, and just walk away. Scrapes and bruises, and that's it. I have literally fallen down a hill on a bike. Got right back up and went biking. Oh, can I hurt the muscles? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I've bruised my muscles like there's no tomorrow. Both shoulders. They've recovered. Hell, I tore my ACL playing football the first time, and I've only had knee problems once in football. So, wrestling gave me football. I got to live one of my dreams. I got to play football at as close to the pro level as a woman can play. People paid to see me play football. The definition of a pro. Little things. And honestly, there might be a professional women's football league at some point. Women's football is growing. It's popular. People find it, I like it. Whenever I say, hey, I'm a women's football player, football players are like, yeah, I want to go see that. We play competitively, and it's a different game than men's football. It's a completely different game because women are smaller. It's just the fact when you're 5'10" and the second tallest player on the team. Yeah, we have a 6'4" girl. She's fast too. It's like it's like a freight train hitting you. She's scary as hell when she moves. And there's the 275 pound girl. It feels like a bowling ball hitting you. I can stop her though. I've stopped her and I've actually moved her. I mean, that's what I've enjoyed about football is the practices, honestly. Because I'm playing football and I just like playing football. I really don't watch the sport. I don't really excited. I'm thinking about becoming a professional football referee. A referee for football, you're professional because you get paid after you get paid for your game. So, definition of professional: someone paid. We sold tickets. Women's football is at a semi-pro level, and this is Division II, so it's not the elite. It wasn't like the Majestics, which was Division I championship team. Yeah, I played on the Seattle Majestics for a brief minute. Never played a single down. Tore my ACL. Don't want to rehash that experience. I don't have very many positive things to say about the Majestics. But I love Coach Talley. And I like Coach John. He hugs me. But yeah, it's the end of an era. Could wrestling come back in my life? Maybe. What am I going to do athletically? I don't know. Maybe start running. Maybe train to run a marathon. Why not? That awkward kid that had no athletic ability. Oh, that's the other thing the muscle disorder gives you. You have no athletic ability. Sucks to be a special needs child. So I'm not really that much of an athlete. And I don't have that, I'm gonna be the best. But damn it, I'm gonna get faster. So. Anyways. I'm done with wrestling. And I'm not upset. I'm kind of like, oh well. But I still have Mission Pro.